Rome, the Eternal City. Traversing its streets is like accidentally straying into a time tunnel. The experience of bumping into ancient history at every turn is nothing short of spectacular. This is the famous Roman Forum. It's like an enormous open-air museum, showcasing Rome's illustrious history. More than 2,000 years ago, this was the most glorious place in the Western world. Today, all that remains of these grand palaces and majestic temples are their ruins. Looking at them, I can't help but wonder, with the Roman Empire having long perished, can we still find the eternal city of Rome amid these ruins? Modern-day Xi'an sees an intertwining between the ancient and the contemporary. Can we therefore still perceive the grandeur of the glory days of ancient Chang'an?
在我脚下就是大唐王朝的权力中心大明宫含元殿。17位皇帝曾经在这儿办公，当年文武百官也罢，各国使节也罢，就是从前面的丹凤门鱼贯而入，九天长河开宫殿，万国衣冠拜冕旒。大唐盛世就是这么气象万千。可是呢，1000多年过去了，千宫万殿早已化作尘土。 只剩下这一片巨大的夯土地基。
I am a Tang history researcher, and I'm overwhelmed with emotion when I touch this stamped earth. Material glory will ultimately return to dust. So where are the eternal qualities of Chang'an? In pursuit of eternity, the rulers of the Roman Empire chose the most solid stone to build Rome into an invincible kingdom of rock. They even called the city of Rome Eternitas, hoping that divine power would perpetuate the glory of the empire. Alas, neither stone nor the power of the goddess could protect Rome. War ultimately destroyed this ancient empire. Nonetheless, the resilient cultural DNA of ancient Roman civilization is still very much alive, and is today found in architecture, law, literature, and even in the minute details of everyday life, deeply influencing the entire Western world. In the Eastern Hemisphere, the Chinese emperors shared the same desire to live forever. Their palaces weren't built of stone, but their intangible thoughts and ideas were engraved on the most solid of rock. Text engraved on stone became a Chinese tradition that was passed on from generation to generation, to be found in Confucian ideology, the excellence of Tang and Song dynasty poetry, and even in the details of daily routine. In fact, this intangible cultural DNA has long pervaded our basic livelihood and could well even be served up on a platter in front of us.
好嘞，谢谢。馄饨可是从大唐穿越而来的美味。唐朝馄饨就是一种非常非常有名的早点。当时长安城还有一个胡同就叫馄饨局。
Isn't it amazing? After 1,000 years, we're still eating the same wonton as the ancients. Eternity can be as trifling a thing as breakfast or as small a thing as kite flying.
唐朝啊，放风筝就是一个风靡一时的活动，无論是宮裡頭妃子，還是民間的小朋友，都喜歡這個活動。每到風和日麗的時候，咱們大唐長安的天空也跟今天一樣，風箏滿天飛。
We live beneath the same sky as the ancients did. Civilization is like these kites, and each of us holds the thread of heritage in our hands. Civilization is bound together within each of us. It has long taken root in our bodies. It is engraved on our hearts and flows in our blood. I am Meng Man. With a sense of curiosity, I will embark on a journey of civilization from Chang'an to Rome, to seek the civilization code hidden around us. Rome is a charming city, classical, passionate, and full of romance. It is a sanctuary of Western civilization. I'm not an active person. I walk just a few hundred steps a day normally. But to find the civilization code of this city, I walk almost 30,000 plus steps a day. What is a civilization code? The first thing that comes to my mind is writing. Latin was the official language of Rome. The English alphabet ABCDE that we're familiar with today is in fact the Latin alphabet.
这就是古罗马的官方文字拉丁文呢，是不是觉得很熟悉？好像每一个字母我们都认识，但是连起来什么意思呢？不仅我们不知道，其实今天的意大利人如果没有受过专业训练，也不知道。这就是一个可以说最熟悉的陌生文字。
Latin originated from the Italic tribe of central Italy. As the Roman Empire grew and prospered, it was once the dominant official language of Europe. Today, it has become artifacts on a museum wall. It's regrettable, but I'm nonetheless intrigued by its fate. The stone stels of Xi'an are a database of Chinese characters. Here, the uninterrupted evolution of the Chinese script over 5,000 years is palpable. To confirm this impression, I brought along a book that can be found on many people's bookshelves before coming here today.
你看我手上这就是现代的《论語》，比方说司马牛问君子这段，那对一对吧？司馬牛問君子，子曰：“君子不憂不懼。”看看。 1000年呢不變，我們中華文明就是這樣一字一句傳承下來的。
Chang'an and Rome created two of the most distinctive scripts in the history of human civilization. So why has one ended up in a museum while the other remains dynamic in our lives? I found the answer in history. Latin's fate was inextricably bound with the rise and fall of the Roman Empire. In 395 AD, the Roman Empire was split into a western and eastern half. In the Eastern Roman Empire, Greek quickly replaced Latin. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, following the Germanic conquest, Latin quickly lost its position in society and was no longer commonly used. Nonetheless, Latin lived on and gradually gave birth to English, French, Spanish, and the languages of other Western nations.
Latin Wench, Italy Wend, mamma. Il latino è una lingua che ritroviamo in tantissime altre lingue. Lo ritroviamo un po' in moltissime lingue, anche nell'inglese. Quindi il latino è l'asse portante delle lingue appunto di origine latina.
Compared to Latin, which evolved from an alphabet, Chinese characters developed from a pictorial form and is more susceptible to being passed down to later generations. Each stroke that constitutes a character has a separate meaning and life. Don't for a moment think, however, that Chinese characters have been like this since ancient times. During the Warring States period, the character horse had many ways of being written due to the chaotic political climate at the time. The fact that Chinese characters remain in use today, after thousands of years, is thanks to one man, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of a unified China.
这就是大名鼎鼎的一山刻石啊！当年秦始皇统一天下，宣示武功，让李斯刻下了这塊石碑。秦始皇統一中國，還統一了文字。你看，皇帝立國。 這個秦小篆的確立，就為中國文字後來的統一和發展奠定了最堅實的基礎。這是一個考驗耐心的活哈。
是。蒙老師，那你來試一試啊。
Communicating with Chinese characters through the stamping method was unusually emotional for me. Universal standards for the written script, the length of carriage axles for horse-drawn wagons, and for ethical and moral conduct, the power of unification allowed Chinese characters to live on today. On this basis, Chinese people derived a variety of written scripts, creating a unique calligraphic art in the world. The Chinese script also took on even more amazing vitality. Like a birthmark of the Chinese, it brought multi-ethnic China closely together. As for Latin, every ethereal letter resembles the seed of the dandelion, planted in the fertile soil of the integration and propagation of human civilization. Why are we so different? While strolling along the streets of Rome, I couldn't help thinking of this question. Why are Romans free and unrestrained, while we are generally restrained and modest? Why do they worship mighty heroes, while we admire refined Zhengzis?
这位就是我们的至圣先师孔子。孔子是儒家学说的创始人，同时孔子也是中国第一位老师。那我们都知道，儒家教育思想的核心就是把人培养成君子。问题是，君子到底是一种什么样的形象？让我们一起来问问孔子吧。
子曰：“君子和而不同。”
Rich in connotation, the term Zhengzi appears 107 times in the Analects. In a nutshell, a Zhengzi must be rooted in benevolence, uphold the principles of a life of benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and integrity, and cultivate the self, put the family in order, govern the country, and bring peace to all. For thousands of years, the Zhengzi image was designated the ideal personality of the Chinese. Interestingly, a Zhengzi should be prompt in deed and discreet in word. In other words, speak less and do more. These differ significantly from the requirements ancient Romans had of their heroes. During the heyday of ancient Rome, every city and piazza had a dais, built specifically for their heroes.
看，这就是演讲台。这个现在毫不起眼的平台，就是古罗馬大名鼎鼎的演講台呀。当年那些叱咤風雲的政治人物，就是在這兒發表慷慨激昂的演說。